I apologize if this is a little bit hard to hear, but your 2024 is already wrapped up. 2025 starts in 2 weeks. Now, if you're watching this right after I film it, when this newsletter goes out on Thursday, you're gonna say, Christian, you don't know what time it is, or week or month it is. I'm filming this on September 17th, and this is gonna go out in 2 days to my email newsletter, which if you're not on, go to onyxhomes.com/agent or something like that and inquire somewhere. But here's my reason for sharing this is I talk about this at the beginning of every fourth quarter, which is in 2 weeks. So we have 2 weeks left in this year. Now, whenever you're watching this, this message still applies, but especially for right now. So number one, first and foremost, if you're crushing 2024, I love it. This has been another difficult year, but there's so many agents that are doing really, really well. This is going to be a message that I give every single year about this time of year, is the last 100 days of the year lead up into your next year. Your year for 2024 is pretty much set in stone. Yes, there's some things you can do to generate some last minute business in the next 100 days, but the likelihood is everything you're doing from now to the end of the year that's generating new business is probably going to be for 2025 or for next year. So here's my message to you, is if you're finishing off this year and you're crushing or hitting your goals, I'm super stoked for you. 2025 is going to be a wild year. We're going to see interest rates pull down. We're going to see affordability get better for buyers. We're going to see more refinances, more HELOCs. We're going to see more money moving around than we've seen in the last couple of years, which is great for us as real estate agents. So let's talk about how to make sure you're capitalizing on this. Fill up your database right now. I would highly recommend, I'm filming this, I'm watching the news, and I'm hearing about the rate cuts. There's going to be 25, maybe 50 basis points, and then maybe 250 basis points after that for the end of 2024. Here's my advice. Start acting like rates have already come down right now. If you are the last person, the last real estate agent calling your database and talking about the changes to the market, changes to agency, changes to the interest rates, and what's going on in the overall housing market in your local market, you're gonna be missing the boat if you're the last person telling your clients what's going on. I highly, highly recommend right now, starting with going into your database and talking about what are your plans for 2025. You know who's moving in 2024, I hope. You have some people closing the rest of this year, but let's start working on 2025. If you're on pace and hitting your goals, keep up doing what you're doing and get ready for another busy year. But if you're not quite there and you want my advice on how to ramp up 2024 into having a really good 25, here's my schedule that I'd recommend doing. I'm gonna break this down into 3 different chunks. I've got morning, afternoon, evening. Make it as simple as possible. Morning is gonna be prospecting for new business. This is from 8 a.m. to noon. Whatever prospecting looks like for you, prospect between these hours, 8 a.m. to noon. Now from noon to 4 is your second chunk. This is your afternoon chunk where you're gonna work on the business and on yourself. So if you're watching this, I hope you're watching it between 12 to 4. If I'm sending it out an email outside of those times, I'm sorry. But that is where I would recommend watching your trainings, your self-helps, your whatever it is, do it from 12 to 4. Also, if you're building a new project within your business, this is the time slot to do it. Now from 4 to 7 or 4 to 8, if you like calling later, this is where you are following up and setting appointments with your pipeline. I personally use this schedule the entire time that I was in sales. In the morning, I would be prospecting for new business. In the afternoon, I'd be working on the business when nobody's answering the phone anyway. And in the evening, I'd be setting up appointments and following up with my pipeline. If you constantly do this 3, 4, 5 times a week, you're going to be really happy with your 2025 numbers. I know this is a short and quick and easy one, but I wanted to get this message out because there's a lot of people who have been just slow with the different market that we've been in for the last couple of years. 2025 is going to be a great year, but don't wait till New Year's resolutions to change your business. You can change it right now because 2025 starts in quarter 4, which is in 2 weeks. Again, my name is Christian. I hope you found this valuable. If you did, click the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.